This book was originally supposed to be a memoir, the story of Fazle Hasan Abed, the mild-mannered accountant who would rid the world of poverty, as told by the man himself. For the last several years of his life, I was privileged to be the speechwriter for Abed, a man whose work changed the lives of millions. We would sit together for hours at a time, in his office in Dhaka, or in hotels in Miami, Des Moines, and elsewhere, working through his speeches line by line. During these sessions, he would share stories from the previous 8 decades of his life, of long train rides to Calcutta during his childhood in British India, or of his uncles, the last generation of Muslim Indians to learn Persian, the court language of the Mughals. He spoke of his friendship with the elderly E.M. Forster, his flight from war over the Khyber Pass to Kabul, his love life in London in the 1960s, his 3 marriages, and how, in 1972, with a few £1,000s from the sale of his flat in Camden, he launched a small non-profit organization to aid refugees, originally called the Bangladesh Rehabilitation Assistance Committee. Queens, presidents, and Nobel laureates would later call BRAC the world's most effective anti-poverty organization. He led it until he died in 2019. That seemed like a story worth telling in full, and after some coaxing, he gave me permission to begin ghostwriting his autobiography. Abed was an exceptionally private man, however. He cringed at anything with a whiff of pomposity or self-promotion. "You have me pontificating," he scolded me after an early draft of his speech to accept the World Food Prize in Iowa. He much preferred to let BRAC's work speak for itself, which may explain why so few people outside his native Bangladesh knew who he was or the magnitude of what he had accomplished. I was about halfway done with his memoir when he told me to stop. The story, as I had written it, did not feel right coming from him. His standards for the written word were high. He was an accountant, but he loved poetry and put great stock in the creative capacity of the human species, that which makes us, in Hamlet's words, the paragon of animals, our ability to create, reflect, and build. And it pained him that others might love literature the same way, but could not, only because they had the bad fortune of growing up illiterate.